Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the camera review of the Redmi 5. On the rear, Redmi 5 sports a 12 megapixel camera with f2.2 aperture and a single LED flash. On the front, it sports a 5 megapixel camera with a dedicated flash. This is the camera interface of the phone and it looks exactly same as the last year's Redmi 4, Note 4 and even the Redmi Note 5. Now with that said, let's look at some sample pictures. Now these are some pictures taken in daylight and well lit conditions with HDR turned off. Color reproduction is good, but colors are slightly to the warmer side. Dynamic range is good for the price. By the way guys, rear camera performance of Redmi 5 is almost same as the Redmi Note 5. Now coming back to the sample shots, images are slightly overexposed, so we lose some details and colors look faded at the exposed part. It needs some improvements with exposure control for rear camera. Capturing speeds and focusing speeds were good. I didn't face any issues with them. Now these are some pictures taken with HDR turned on. Colors are still slightly to the warmer side and look saturated, but dynamic range, color reproduction and exposure control are all good. Phone takes like a second to capture the shot in this mode. Now these are some macro shots. Even these shots look slightly warmer. I didn't have any issues with focusing and the background bokeh effect is pretty good. Now coming to low light performance, these are some sample pictures. Images are slightly to the warmer side and color reproduction is good. But almost all the images look soft when zoomed in. Once it captures an image, it takes a second to sharpen it, but the results aren't all that impressive. So in low light, it does a pretty good job for the price. Now coming to selfies, just like the Oppo and Vivo phones, Redmi 5 overexposes the shot to make you look fair, but colors look faded and the background is completely blown out most of the time. Selfies are not that wide, but they are still slightly wider than the Redmi Note 5. Dynamic range is just average. In good lighting conditions, it does take some pretty good selfies. By the way, this phone doesn't offer portrait selfies like most of the phones in this price segment. Now these are some selfies taken in low light conditions. This phone comes with a dedicated front facing flash, but in very low lighting conditions, it doesn't help much. Once again, selfies are overexposed and the subject looks good, but selfies turn out to be very soft. So you need very stable hands to take sharp selfies in low lighting conditions. Now coming to video recording, here's the sample footage recorded at 1080p resolution. Hi there guys, I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech and this is the camera review of Redmi 5 and I'm recording this video using the rear camera in 1080p resolution. Audio is from the phone itself, so you can check out the noise cancellation and the video stabilization. This phone doesn't offer any kind of electronic image stabilization or optical image stabilization, so as you can see the footage is very shaky. This phone doesn't offer any kind of stabilization, so the footage is very shaky. Now coming to the footage itself, color reproduction, exposure control and dynamic range are all pretty good. Colors look slightly warmer with more contrast, but that's okay. It doesn't have any focusing issues either. Now this is the footage shot in indoor lighting conditions. Now coming to the front camera video recording, once again this is the footage recorded in 1080p. Color reproduction is good, but once again it overexposes the footage to make you look fair. Because of that, background is blown out. exposure shift could have been better. Like all the Xiaomi phones, even on this phone, when there is a bright background, subject becomes darker. That needs to be fixed. This is the footage from the front camera, recorded in indoor lighting conditions. So guys, to conclude, cameras on this phone are good for the price, especially the rear camera. Front camera is okay, but not the best in the price segment. So if you're looking for a phone that takes better selfies and maybe offer portrait mode for selfies, you can consider Infinix Hot S3. By the way guys, if you're planning to buy this phone, I would suggest you to buy the Redmi Note 5 or the Infinix Hot 3 instead. So guys, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks for watching. So guys, looking at the sample pictures and the footage, what do you think about the camera performance of this phone? Do let me know by commenting below this video, and if you're planning to buy this phone, use the link in the description. It really helps the channel. If you want us to make any specific video, tweet out to us with hashtag AskGreedyTech on Twitter and we will try to make it as soon as possible. If you like this video, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to see more cool videos on tech. I'm Nikhil from GreedyTech signing off. Have a nice day.